Hi everyone, I am Ali. I am a first year student majoring in teaching English as a second language, and this is my presentation about syllable. Our plan looks like this, so we will be covering these topics about syllable by the end of this presentation. And let's begin by defining what a syllable is. The unit that is next in language hierarchy is called syllable. What we mean by this is that the unit that is first in language hierarchy is a phoneme, right? So a phoneme is the smallest unit of a language. But the unit that comes after that, the unit that comes after phoneme, is syllable. Syllable helps us to break down complex words into manageable chunks, manageable sections, which makes it easier for us to read and spell words. And words may contain one or more syllables. We have monosyllabic words that have one syllable, for example, cat, or disyllabic words with two syllables, three-syllabic words with three syllables, and polysyllabic words with four or more syllables, for example, education. But how do we know that how many syllables are there in a word? In order for us to be able to count syllables, we need to be aware of factors that actually make syllables. For example, we know that in Azerbaijani language, a syllable is formed by a vowel sound. This rule is also valid for the English language. A syllable may be formed by a vowel sound, and it might be a diphthong or a monophthong, doesn't matter, as long as it's a vowel sound. The first rule is valid. For example, if we say I, there is a diphthong, and that's why it is considered as a syllable. Or if we say R, or if we say or if we say I, still we can see the use of vowel sounds. That's why we can see the formation of syllables. But unlike Azerbaijani language, there are two more factors that form syllables in the English language. The second factor is a nasal and a lateral sound in word final position if preceded by a consonant sound, and we can see the examples to this rule down below. For example, button, listen, apple, etc. And the third rule is about the sound ng. Ng is syllabic in rare occasions as a result of assimilation process, and we can see the examples down below. For example, I can go or bacon. And now that we are aware of the factors that form a syllable, we may begin to learn about components of a syllable. The main component of a syllable is nucleus, which is a vowel sound. It may be a diphthong or a monophthong, doesn't matter, or even sometimes it can be a consonant which sounds like a vowel in some occasions. So nucleus is a must. It is the main component of a syllable. But before nucleus we have onset, and after the nucleus we have coda. And as you can see, there are written the word optional below onset and coda because they are still parts of a syllable. Onset is the beginning part, coda is the last part, but they are optional. A syllable may be formed without them, but a syllable may not be formed without a nucleus. Let's see examples to some words. For example, we have the word stop. Our onset is st, because onset, as we said earlier, is consonant, but it is not limited to only one consonant sound before nucleus. It might be consisted of two consonants. That's why we chose st as our onset, and our nucleus is short O. Our coda is p, which follows our nucleus. Or if we look at the word start, our onset is still st, but our nucleus is a long A, and our coda is t. And if we look at other words, still we can see that our nucleus is present because this is the main component of a syllable. But in some words, as you can see, the onset isn't consisted of two consonants because, for example, the word dust, its onset d is a single sound, so it is not a combination of two sounds like the first and second words. And I think it is safe to talk about syllable division rules at this point of our presentation. This picture might not make sense right now, but imagine a neon-colored tiger is climbing a mountain while wearing a horseshoe, which is funny. I made this picture using AI because we can remember these keywords, these bold words, in order for us to be able to remember syllable division rules better, because these words in order are perfect examples for the rules about syllable division. For example, if you take the word neon and if we transcribe it, it is like n, long e, short o, and again n, right? And if we want to divide it into syllables, we will refer to the first rule of syllable division, which is when two vowels follow each other, syllable division is between them. In this case, our two vowels are long E and short O. They follow each other. That's why, according to the first rule, the syllable division is between them. Or we have another example right here. It is lion. And since two vowels follow each other, again, the syllable division is between them. Let's look at our second word, which is tiger. And this will help us remember the second rule of syllable division. The word tiger is transcribed like this. Our second rule tells us that when a long monophthong or a diphthong is followed by a consonant and another vowel, then syllable division is between the first vowel and consonant. In these examples, we have a diphthong, I or A. They are being followed by a consonant, G, and again they are being followed by a vowel, which is schwa. So if we say tiger, the syllable division is going to be between the diphthong and the consonant. That's why we divide it into syllables like this: tai-ga or pay-pa. Our third keyword to remember is horseshoe. It is combination of two words, horse and shoe, but they are united and it sounds like horseshoe. When two similar consonants, both of them are sh in this case, when two similar consonants follow each other between vowels, syllabic division is between them. And as you can see, we have two similar consonants. They are sh, and we have long o and a long u next to both of them, and they are between those vowels. That's why, according to our fourth rule, the syllable division is going to be between the similar consonants. That's why we divide it into syllables like horse, shoe. Or we have another example here, unknown. We have n in two places, and we can see vowels before and after n sounds, and that's why the syllable division is going to be between n sounds. unnoun. The last rule of consonant division, we can refer to the word funny. And when a consonant stands between one short vowel and one unstressed vowel, we can see that we have open a. It is a short vowel, and we can see short e, and it is unstressed, and our consonant n is standing between them, right? So in this case, our syllable division is going to be between this consonant and unstressed vowel. That's why we divide it into syllables like fun e or pretty. We can take a look at some other example words if we don't want to refer to this memory code. We have some other examples here too. If we want to divide the word radio into syllables, we will divide it like radio according to the first rule, or create. Why? Because we can see two vowels following each other, and that's why the syllable division is going to be between them. Or, for example, our third rule, we can see that two consonants are, by the way, we must divide words into syllables according to their transcriptions, not their written forms. So that's why if we want to divide the word hamster into syllables, we will take the two consonants and we will see that they are between two vowels. For example, we can see a right before m, but we can see a not right before s. There is another consonant between them, but still this is counted as two consonants are between two vowels. That's why we will apply our third rule of syllable division, and the syllable division is going to be between m and s. That's why we will say it like hamster. And we can see that we have other examples too. For example, money, money, according to the fifth rule of syllable division. And also, there are types of syllables. There are two types of syllables in English: open and close syllables. Open syllables are syllables where a vowel is not closed by anything, and that's why a vowel makes a long sound. For example, we can see that in this word, the word is ending by a vowel, but there is not anything after that. But if we take a look at the word not, we can see that the word is actually ending with a consonant T. And that's why we call it a close syllable, because the vowel sound in this syllable is closed, and that's why it kind of makes a short sound. And we can see examples here. For example, if we say the word cat, there is a vowel, but the word is not ending with the vowel. There is a consonant at the end of the word. That's why, yes, there is a syllable in this word, because there's a vowel sound, but this is a closed syllable since the word doesn't end with a vowel. But on the other hand, we can see that these words end with a vowel. That's why they have an open syllable. But why do we need to differentiate the types of syllables? Because, as we said earlier, vowels in open syllables are usually long, and vowels in closed syllables are short. So we need to differentiate types of syllables, because when we try to pronounce words, they help us to figure out how to actually pronounce some vowels. Okay, that was all for this presentation. Thank you for watching, and I hope this presentation, this video, was informative.